All right, there you go.
The way that all just played out right in front of my eyes is so perfect. Like, how did Whip come for everybody saying no one's gifted a membership? So Nancy does, and then he gets it. What are the odds?
Whips World says, I would buy my own membership if Google Pay hadn't put a block on my accounts, all because they want my personal information. I ain't giving it to you. And then Nancy gifted one membership, and Whip won it.
That is the best thing I've ever seen happen. I'm so happy right now. God, this thing's pissing me off.
Well, it's a good way to start the stream. Welcome, everyone.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up, dog? What's up, dog? Yeah, there's
an ad.
What ad?
I do not have ads turned on, so I don't know.
Interesting.
Well, they're turned on, but I don't put ads until after it's over, and then most of the time I forget. So
there you have it, folks.
Brandy guy, what's up, buddy? Well, just hello to everyone.
Hello.
And Nancy, thank you so much for the gifted membership.
Yes, Nancy,
I appreciate it.
You've done too much. You've outdone yourself.
LOL, what are the odds? Probably a lot higher than you think.
You comment a lot. I feel like it does
and
make sense.
And it is based on participation.
It was your day, Whip. It was your day. I loved that. I liked that I saw it unfold. It made me really happy. What's up, Dave? Again.
Nancy says, yeah, I got double ad. That's bizarre.
Yeah, that is interesting. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about that, but I know that if they're off, they should be off. Yeah, Whip is green. What a day.
Well, I'm just going to cut right into the B-roll scene because I like it better.
And good day, sir.
And there we are.
Ah, God. Ouch.
Shout out to Occasional Aquatics who provided this video, this background video. It's about 7 years old, but still looks good.
It does look good. I like that piece of wood right there. I'm a fan.
Well, I appreciate you all watching the ads because that's how I get paid. So thank you.
You know.
I just made like a tenth of a penny.
Yeah, appreciate it. Okay, I'm sorry. Wait. There.
Yeah.
That's better. Ugh, God.
It's your participation trophy.
I don't ever,
it is.
No one ever give me a participation trophy. Except for if it's a free membership to something.
Ginger Graves, how's it going?
Hello.
I did respond to your email. I don't know if you've seen it yet.
Sorry. Ugh. Do. What's up, Johnny? Bum, bum, bum.
We're going to say no. So I think I'll be able to get those fish shipped out on Wednesday. It should work out for a Thursday delivery if you're still interested. Ramphonic says, got some blueberry tetras coming. Woot, woot. All right. Where'd you get them from?
You'll be very happy with them. Promise.
Yeah, if you don't turn them off, they pop up during the stream now. What can you do? Well, so when I set up the stream, it says, do you want us to put them in for you? And I always hit no. I'll manually do it. So maybe it's different because it's at the start of the stream, but you should never get one during the stream because I still have control of that.
I always, just like Amazon Prime, I assume everyone has YouTube Premium because I don't know why. I just assume everyone's like me and rages out when there's a commercial. I lose my mind over commercials.
Don't ship this week. I have COVID and I'm stuck at home. Aw, that's too bad.
That sucks. Hope you feel
Also,
better.
your commute, oof, brutal.
What commute?
She told me how far she drives every day to go to and from work.
Oh.
From Nationwide Aquatics. I've never got anything there, but I've heard good things. The website's kind of annoying, though, to be honest.
You know,
why am I like way
a
over
lot
here now?
of I don't know.
What happened?
A lot of fish retailing websites online are not set up the way I would like them to be set up and are not very user friendly in my opinion.
There, that's better.
I do know that I was paying too much for YouTube Premium for a while because I was paying for it through Apple and I didn't know that it was more money and I got enraged over that too, so I had to switch. And now I'm paying like $12 or something. I don't know.
What fish would you use to accompany orange Venezuelan corridors? I'm having a hard time coming up with ideas. Well, I would get some Parkinsoni rainbows because they're orange.
Those are my favorite.
And they're yellow or orange depending.
They're my favorite.
But they're still pretty cool. Another cool one that nobody keeps is Madagascar rainbows. They're like little torpedoes.
Oh, I like those. Yeah, those are
pretty neat. Other than rainbows, I would probably go.
What size is the tank?
75 gallon.
I'm sorry, I missed that. Electric blue Aquara. That's my default answer for everything. It's like marking C for me. Bujerkina vittata. Mouth brooding cichlids.
Oh, I think he wants schooling fish.
Oh,
Actually, he didn't specify.
say. So I'm giving these are
yeah.
mid-water fish that I'm suggesting so the cories have the dominance over the bottom of the tank.
Yeah, Mitchell makes an excellent point. You can get some of the orange apistos.
Oh yeah, they'd still be at the bottom.
I mean, I don't even know if you're going for like an orange theme.
Are you hoping to fill out different levels of the tank because you have the cories at the bottom? Is your goal to have like a mid-level fish or a top dwelling, like something like that, or do you not care? I'm sorry, I'm overanalyzing this. Very specific.
Dense fish has pygmea rainbows. How many can you fit in a 20 long? I mean, I probably wouldn't do more than like 6, maybe 8. Even pygmeas, I would like to see in a 40 gallon.
I feel like any rainbow fish, really, other than like your real,
or even like a
tiny
29
ones.
Would be better, or a 30 if you can find a 30 would be ideal.
Where do you find 30s? I could only ever find 29s.
I don't know, but I got one from. I don't remember where I got it though.
Yeah, I'm just curious because I never see them.
Of course, I smashed it, but.
Eesh. Jorge at Nationwide has a physical store now. Nice. That's cool. Yes, honey gourami can be orange. I do love honey gourami. I also like thick lip gourami. I've had both, and I like both of them. They were very fun fish to watch. They're very personable, and they're all very calm.
Oh, orange rice fish would be pretty cool too.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Mid-level would be nice. Was thinking of tetras, maybe 2 different species and another bottom dweller.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. You could do like ember tetras would be fun.
I'm trying to think.
And apistos.
You could do like a laticara. We have like the Uperatobapos or the fulvipinnis, or that would be a really good. Actually, that would do really nicely. They're really good size, and I don't know. I think that'd be cool. They don't bother anything either. They're very calm for being cichlids. They're only like 3.5, 4 inches. 30s were a thing in the 80s. I haven't seen one. Yeah, I never. I mean, I'm sure I've seen one, but I've never seen one to be purchased that I could have purchased. I've found 33 longs through fish stores, remodeling, or going out of business. It's a great size.
Ginger says, I'll PayPal you for the fish. I definitely still want them. Yeah, I mean, the only day that's really would be tough to ship would be Monday. Any other day would be, I could probably make it work.
Busy on Mondays.
Yeah, Monday is a long day.
Yeah, the laticara, they're not diggers. No. They'll spawn on rocks. Like we have a pair and they don't do any damage to anything, and they're in with Corydoras. I think 2 different types of Corydoras and the wadi, the blueberry tetra. They're great. I call them favorites when I walk in. I'm like, hey, favorite, because they're just the sweetest fish. They're so pretty, and they don't bother anything. They don't bother plants. They don't bother fish. They're great.
What fish are we selling? We have pelvic acromis, draken felsi. We have T-bar cichlids and signatus.
Walliseachromis signatus.
Walliseachromis signatus.
And like 4 baby bristlenose plecos.
Pygmy rainbows, 50 a piece. Still tempted. Yeah, it's a hefty price.
Sheesh.
They're pretty rare.
I mean,
the thing for me though is that they're really hard to spawn, and like even LRB doesn't spawn them regularly, and so it's a hefty price for a fish that you may not be able to spawn unless you're just getting it for like a show tank. Then who cares?
I know. I feel like I always do that too. Like I think, but some people just want to look at pretty fish, and I get it. I've done it many times.
Cheryl says, I just picked up some Kochu tetras that I won at an auction yesterday. So pretty.
Oh, I love
the
Kochus.
Ember and Glow Light tetras and
nice.
Harlequin reservoirs.
I bet they do look nice with those. Dan has blue zebra hill stream loaches. Know anything about them? I didn't know they even existed. He gets some interesting types of hill stream loaches. I've never kept anything but regular.
I'll look at him right now. It depends on what the scientific name is. I happen to have his site pulled up right here.
Shocker.
I pretty much have a site open. It's
Yeah.
a staple in my tabs.
Yeah, same with the wet
What am I
spawn.
looking for? Oh, loaches. Blue zebra hillstream loach. Oh, it doesn't even have a scientific name yet. So no, I don't know.
Gastromizon, nothing.
Again, I don't know where the blue comes from because there's no part
Why
of
do
that
they
fish is
do that?
blue.
It enrages me.
There's 0 blue on this fish. Maybe it's just depressed.
There you go. That's a great way to look at it. It's perhaps just miserable.
So they're 40. How much are the red tails? The red tails are 50, and
They seem
I'd rather
80.
have the red tails.
I think the red tails are flippin' sweet.
Yeah. So those
First
look
time we saw them in person, I was like, whoa.
so much better in
Yeah.
person. Oh, Regina, that's an excellent suggestion.
What?
Glow light Danios.
Nice. Yes, very pretty.
I am 110% on that, Branded guy. Glow light Danios are amazing.
They're very, very pretty. I
and
like them
hardy, and they look like little salmon.
too. They do look like they are, and they're inexpensive. So, you win. Everbred Ember
Plus,
Tetras.
I mean, maybe you really like the blue zebras, but the red tail, use my code, you'll get 10% off. It, it helps. Almost brings it down. Not even close to 39, but
Disclaimer, not at all. I don't know. It's the contrast of the colors for me. Like red always just pops so much on fish, especially when it's just
I
a
wouldn't
little
mind
bit
trying the
bigger.
golds, like
Yeah, I
to
like the
spawn.
golds. I thought those were cool. Pretty sweet. Have you ever bred Ember Tetras?
Not to my knowledge.
Not me. Nope. I don't really care. I'm not really into
I kept a group of like 50 and 125 gallon. So if there might have been some accidental spawns and fry that actually made it, that would be the only scenario.
Lots of things seem to enrage you. No, I do. I'm enraged by many things.
So here's
It's
the
true.
blues, right? No blue.
Wait. Is that on the tail? Is that blue
That
or
looks
is that
more red to me,
No, like
or transparent.
is that what? Okay, maybe I'm just seeing through it. I'm trying to really reach.
Johnny,
here.
$2 super chat. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
buddy.
bud.
And then there's the reds, and these are much like the black is much darker in person.
Yeah, they're
and the
really
reds are like
striking.
blood red. So I don't know if like maybe the settings on the camera aren't the best for this fish.
Oh,
but
can they
they
handle
look so much better.
temperatures temporarily in 82ish? That's kind of high for
Who?
For
Which ones?
The hill streams.
No, that's Branded guy.
Is
He's
it-
not talking about
Oh,
hill streams.
weren't we talking? Oh, I
if you're
didn't
talking
even read
about-
who it was. I just read the.
If you're talking about
even
Danios, then
read
the
that.
Danios can
Yes,
for sure.
the Danios don't give a hoot. I'm like George Costanza. I get very like worked up.
But let's see if I can find
I should read who's writing something. Maybe that'd be good.
Danios. There we go. See if he has
I
any.
was elected to lead, not to read.
Yeah, look how cool these are. Like,
Yeah, they're beautiful.
that's such a pretty fish.
They look like hill stream trout, but they're not.
I know I
$1
say
million.
I would like 100 of like every fish, but this is a fish I would really love to do a big tank with like 100 of these.
It's like the boy that.
And
cried
last
wolf.
time I was at Dan's, he was totally on board. He's like, I'll send you 100. I just haven't had a tank. Plus, I'm sure that offer doesn't stand because that was like 3 years ago. But still, I would love to do 100 of these in like a 300 gallon or something of that nature. They're so cool.
The blueberry tetra at like 76, 70, mid 70s, like 70, in between 75 and 77, depending on the day.
Wow.
No effing way.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how many
So
years?
just
I've waited years to try and find that fish because I wanted to keep it so bad.
well, there it is.
That's actually not bad for a pair. Jeez. That's so irritating. This is years. I'm talking about years. I never could find them.
Years.
I'm quite annoyed right now.
Whew, years.
I'm getting upset. Just kidding. I've wanted them for a long time though.
What temps do you get that one? What temps are we keeping our blueberries? About
Yeah, I got that one.
75.
That's what I said. Yeah, between 75 and 77, depending on the day. If it's hotter, or
between
cooler.
like 70 and 75.
It
or
does
78.
get lower sometimes, but I don't think that tank's really dipped that low. I always check it, and I've never seen it go below 75. But that's just me. He could have seen.
So get this. I picked up an old 135 gallon, like really old, so old it's 6 feet long and didn't have any center brace,
Oof.
none. I filled it up and now wait, don't leak.
Good luck to you.
Yeah, I've never seen. I don't know that I've seen a 135. I've seen the 135 7-footer. Of course, that's the common 135. Go buy fish, Chelsea.
Why does every fish I ever want cost over $100? Like,
Cecil, see you later. Thanks for stopping by.
such a cool name. It is a beauty, right? I think you're talking about
Does
the
Dan's
Galaris.
fish do
Baby register. Seriously, can I please register? Jenna, that's funny. Can I please register for this blue Galaris?
We tried to do our wedding registry there, and that didn't work.
I know. That would have been like the best ever. I got a couple macrostoma for my wedding.
Do it, buy her for her. All right.
Okay.
Give me a $200 super chat right now, Leo, and I'll buy it for her.
There you go. Although I'd rather have a hog nose for $200. Now I'm getting real out there.
Yeah, the temperature requirements is one reason why the orange Venezuelans were chosen, plus Dan carrying bricks. They're pretty crazy. That's just a very nice strain.
They're pretty.
But they are listed at being good into the low 80s. Yeah.
Mine, I remember my God, what was it? No, I completely lost my train of thought. My brain just does not work.
They want a stroller, a car seat, and several Apistogramma species. I'm kind of over the Apistos.
We can't
We
have
just don't have the water for
Yeah,
them.
they don't do a gosh dang thing in our water. I love the Personata.
They live.
They live. They just do nothing else.
But yeah, I need to get an RO unit.
Macrostoma really is the wedding betta. Agreed. I definitely agree with you on that. They're very, very much that. Oh yeah, they have one. I would just get it from geckos, etc. They have so many all the time, and that's where they come from, as we found out. Yeah, my friend came across a rattlesnake at the lake today, and I just looked at it and went, man, that's just exactly what a hognose looks like. That's why I like them so much. They just won't hurt ya.
Liv, welcome back. Thank you for signing back up.
Welcome back.
Just picked up 10 baby orange Rillies from the LFS at 99 cents a piece.
Nice.
Their supplier must have sent a mama unknowingly. It's you'll find like the average hobbyist, and I'm talking like the Petco and PetSmart people, not people that would come to a fish live stream on YouTube. But a lot of them, when they see Rilly fish, they're like, what's wrong with that one? Like, why is it not all orange? Or why is it not all red?
I like them. But
and so some stores have to mark them down because people just don't buy them. It's pretty rare, but
I will tell you that's not the case in Sacramento. They're more expensive. So
I have seen that happen before. Yes, we are talking about the rare species. I don't even think I have any real common species anymore.
yeah, I've always loved the blue Galaris. I've
Trying to remember.
looked for years.
Well, I guess I have the McMaster eye still.
I think we saw the bimaculata. Didn't we see the bimaculata? Dan has bimaculata.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Their bimaculata look
You
lovely.
think there's anything
always.
Dan has that we haven't seen? I just said the website is up 24/7. Constantly
Easy.
refreshing, looking for the new fish.
Yeah, you never know. Really shrunk.
However, kept Apistogramma Ortegae pibas. Yes, I have them now. Or seen it in person. Yes, I have them now. It looks cool in pictures, but I'm leery of online pics.
They're pretty.
I have a video of all my Apisto species. Or no, I don't. I didn't. Did I? No. I don't know. I put them in a recent video. What was it?
I thought they were in a video.
I think I did like a 5. I did a video of like 5 Apistos, and I think it's in that one.
Our
But
water's
it's definitely
hard.
in a video somewhere.
Our water is hard, Mitchell. But our pH is not very high. It's around like 7.3, but our water is very hard. Ooh,
Yes, I really want to do a lot of the Suluwise
They're
shrimp.
Very cool.
But I spent a lot of money on them, and they died both times. So
Yeah.
I'm very hesitant to try again.
Smallest tank for bimaculata, 29 gallon. I'd still like give them a 40 because they're so cool.
What do you think of Laticara araguea? We have them, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
They seem to be prettier of the available species.
They're great. You'd have no problems with them. Any Laticara. I would recommend any Laticara species, honestly.
Adam, to finish up on your question though, the pictures like at the wet spot are very accurate. They're not photoshopped.
They just have a good photographer.
So it's a very good representation of what they'll actually look like.
I would be, like I said, yeah, go with any Laticara species. You'll be happy. My water is so hard you could bounce a quarter off it. Yeah, ours is pretty hard too.
We have hard water, neutral pH.
Hello, Empire Jeff. Isn't that what he said last time? I liked that. Now you're just going to be an amalgam of both.
Zen's got the video. I'm going to click on that and just see if I actually show him in it. Oh, I can't. Oh, there it goes. Turn the volume off, though.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
I think it's the very first one. Yeah, it's the very first Apisto I show.
Yeah. Yep.
Although it's not very good footage so far.
The tank had been moved around a lot, and I think they were a little startled. My favorites.
I'm very startled.
I'm so startled. I cannot believe I have the frickin' blue Galaris. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Uh-oh.
Oh, and now I lost chat. 1 second.
It didn't like that, did it? Fundalo Panchax. I think that's one of the...
That's a fun word.
That is so fun. The fun is in the name.
Pop
it's
out
built
chat.
in.
And we're back to chat. Okay. Leo says, what Apisto from Dan would you do for a breeding project or Ivanacara bimaculata? You still haven't got your betas, dude, and you're already on to the next fish you're not going to buy?
So...
let me look at his Apistos.
For a breeding project, I mean... I would do the bimaculata, but that's just because I prefer them, you know? You have to drop their pH quite low, though, and I don't know if that's something you want to deal with.
It depends on what you want for the breeding project. Do you want something that's going to be easy and so you can like sell and like, is this like a breeding fish for profit type of thing? Or is it something you want a challenge of? I mean, my favorite Apisto is the Benchai. So the second one. So, I mean, that's what I would say. I think it's a rad looking Apisto. The one in the picture
that looks like a Nissan,
does not have the mohawk that they normally have. But if you want one that's easy to breed, then the McMaster or the Nissan.
Yeah, the Nissan. I love the Nissan.
But I would go for the Inca 50 just because they're my all-time favorite. We missed those content from Chelsea and you at the wet spot. We're going back at the end of next month, and then we're going back in September as well. So there'll be a lot more coming out. It's kind of the dead time in the hobby, so there's not a lot going on right now, but everyone's going back to school. Is usually a good thing for us on YouTube and the hobby.
Leo, you don't need to be scared of them jumping. You just need a lid. That's it. Just need a lid. They're not macrostoma. They jump. But that when I talk about like crazy jumping, I think I've been my most dramatic about the macrostoma because they're the ones that are really awful. I wouldn't worry that much about, you know, what you've been thinking of getting. I think you'd be fine.
Friend guy says, can confirm the McMaster is easy to breed, very hardy, and very, very pretty, even though ours hasn't spawned a single freaking time.
No, ours all hate us. None of them want to do anything.
They really just don't like our water.
Meanwhile, our pair of...
all of our West Africans are breeding.
Yeah.
Make that make sense.
Which, like, I've been told...
all of them.
It is not easy for some of them, and, like, here they are just doing it, and meanwhile, the fish that should be easy are doing nothing. Nothing. Lids save lives. It's a true story. Sometimes I have to take my own advice on that, but...
So, Tristan's Tropical Tank has
Fish.
some... Tristan's Tropical Fish. That's just the 3 T's, I guess.
I know. Missed opportunity.
They have really nice bench eye for sale right now.
He's got a good fish.
So I might get another pair of benchai because that's where my benchai came from. So I might get some more of those.
57 months.
Bob, I seen a short today about you trolling John about growing up poor, and I about wet my pants. That one got a lot of views. It's one of my more viewed shorts. But yeah, I like that one. I've slowly switched everything over to rainwater because my tap water is almost 500 parts per million. Super high iron, calcium, and weirdly chloride. I mean, that makes sense. They dump that crap in there. But on a private well, okay, that's really weird. I'm jealous of the high iron, though. That's nice.
Passing wind. What kind of floating media is in the tank? That's water lettuce. Looks like dwarf water lettuce.
Passing wind?
Passing wind.
Oh, that's a good name.
It is good. It's dwarf water lettuce, from what I can see. And I love it. I've used that a lot. It's really nice. I use it in my well betta tanks to keep them from jumping.
Fish Hunter says, I'm considering setting up a 40 breeder with native fish such as darters, shiners, killies, and or chubs. Do you have any experience or advice with them? I actually just released a video not 2 or 3 weeks ago of our 40-gallon breeder with darters and rainbow darters and rainbow shiners.
Kindly sent to us by Nancy.
Bob, please make, or Chelsea, please make Bob test the tap water now, preferably, but I won't be picky.
I'll make him. We still owe you that. We owe you that.
I'll go do it right now.
Great. Are you just going to go anyways?
Yeah.
And
you're on your own.
Wow, this feels familiar. Like, I think I remember this happening not long ago. Also, this is for sure not my first super chat. Does it say it is? Steven, I didn't even realize, like, that you don't need to give it. Thank you. That's so nice. So nice. He's actually going to do it. That was so nice of you that he's going right now. He's going right now and he's gone. So enjoy the calm silence for a while. It is pay to win. Good job. Yep. Yeah, actually, our native aquarium is one of my favorites. The shiners have gotten really big really quickly. They look great. The darters are getting a lot bigger. And the darters are so much like gobies. They're so personable. Like, these are wild caught fish, and they just come right up to the front of the tank and hop around. We made a nice rock pile, and they're excellent. I could say I highly support the idea of a native tank. I think you'd really enjoy it. Yeah, really. That's what everybody wants, huh? I can talk for a long time, so he's lucky. Otherwise, we might be in trouble. Yeah, right? To give him money? I know. Isn't that tough? Every time he wants something done. Stream is way better now. Wow. I'm doing literally nothing. Good for me. All right. Yeah, apparently money does talk, because he hopped up real quick there. He was going to leave it on the whatever, and then he made me work. So, no, I'm just kidding. Ooh, purple gudgeons. I've kept them. Here is what I will say about them. They are, actually, I loved them. I really enjoyed mine. They get quite large. They get about up to 5-6 inches. Really big around, too. And they will eat any single thing that they can fit in their mouth. Even if it doesn't fit, they'll still try because they think it will. And their mouth is enormous. So I really feel like if you have the right setup for them, like if you don't plan on keeping anything else, or everything else you plan on keeping is larger than them, or at least large enough that they wouldn't think they can get their mouth around it, they're really personable fish. I really enjoy them. And I think Bob actually had some that he gave to Candy. I think Candy then got them and had them for a long time and didn't realize they get enormous. They're definitely bigger. They sell them very small, so, but I do enjoy them. Yeah, they are ridiculously cute.
Okay.
There you have it, folks.
All right, this is not from our aquariums. This is just from tap water, so we'll see. Gotta give it 60 seconds, apparently.
Jonathan Steven asked Bob to test his water 5 more times so I can get my Galaris. Go away. So close. That is true. Just walk around with loose singles and tuck them into his waistband and get him to do stuff. Yeah. How'd you know? That's exactly how it goes. Just see how quick he gets things accomplished. Shabunkins are cool. I had shabunkins when I was younger. I like them. Usually pretty hardy. What?
Do the test strips expire? Is Candy here?
No, Candy's not here. Is it not? I thought they were being weird because when I was testing water the last time I used those, it wasn't. I started using the liquid kit because they were doing. I didn't trust it. But I don't know if it got wet.
The only one is not registering is the hardness.
Huh? At all?
At all? No. It's still white.
And you know that. Yeah, that's not right. Yeah, they're the co-op strips.
So the KH is, well, it was about 100 and, I don't know, 40. And the GH is not registering at all. pH is 7.2. And no nitrate or nitrite. I don't even know where the liquid kit is. Well, it's probably in the fish room.
I know where it is. Because I was using it. 4 shabunkins in an outdoor tub. That's fun.
Is the KH... No, it's the GH one that's being worked. The KH is working.
I feel like when I tried it, I was like, I don't think so. But I didn't know, like, one of them got wet, so maybe I got rid of those. I don't know.
Oh, let me try again. Give me your water bottle.
You are not dipping that in my water bottle.
Why?
No.
All right, I'll dip it in my water bottle.
Oh, you will not.
Or no, I have additives in my water.
You can't. Oh my God.
It's gonna be a little harder than.
Have we met? Are you dipping that in my water bottle? I would rather dip myself in lava. Like, that is horrible. This is water that's purified. Remember?
Can I have? It's filtered. It's not purified.
I thought it was purified.
No, we run it through a filter.
Same thing.
I thought you said no GH though, so that it might be right. Is that what I said?
I can't remember. I have a pearl scale goldfish. They're like
gone.
I know. Pearl scales are cool.
Nancy says I have several different darters and they're so fun to watch. I agree. Boy or a girl to test strip. Here, pee on this.
Okay. Let's see how that goes. If it was only that easy. Yeah, I have to drink that water. I don't want things dunked in it. I don't test my water much, and my liquid kit is always expired every time I go to use it. I stopped testing my water unless I ran into a problem, and then I would test it. But, I mean, nothing changed really in my tanks.
I do know these test strips are really old.
Yeah, I feel it.
I'm just going to ask Candy.
Yeah, that's probably easier. I'm just wondering, is there an expiration date on them? Telling you guys, maybe there really is something to pre-filtering the water to get the chemicals and organics removed. It's not just about TDS. I mean,
it's true.
Yeah, there's definitely merit to that. It's just the process of doing that. Then you have to, a lot of times you have to then add things back in. But it's like, if you're really trying to control what's happening, it's the best way to do it.
This is tap water that I'm testing. I happened to be water testing a 40-gallon breeder right outside the door. That's where I went. And that's what I used. Because remember, we are off location. Our fish room is not here.
My boost is flowering for the 3rd time in like 2 months. I moved it, and I seriously wonder if it's happy or stressed out or about to die.
I'm done with boost.
Yeah.
All my Tropica boosts died, just wilted away.
Yeah, it did not.
And it was so pretty. If you watch my pea puffer video, like it
really just
it was perfect.
Turned fast. Yeah, everything. I think they do expire. They'd have to expire.
Absolutely just melted.
Yeah, it really got bad.
Yes,
quickly.
2 years. These are over 2 years old.
Yeah, they's got to go then. So now we didn't even give you reliable information. So
I think it's still pretty close because, yeah, I do remember the GH being barely anything, if anything. That sounds right.
Local shop has skunk quarries. I need a little school, and those are cool. Boost is just too expensive for me to like want it and then have it not do well. Makes me angry.
Test strips expire. That could explain a few things. Yep, 2 years, but there's no date on it, which is kind of annoying.
Usually, if there is an expiration date, it has. I wonder if did you get those like were they like a? Why? I mean, are they just regular or were they like?
They're just the co-op test strips.
I know, but I mean, like I don't know if
there's not like special ones. They're all the same.
Never mind.
So I guess they're regular. I don't know what you're trying to say.
All right.
Oh, you can't even see them on the stream, right? Yep.
That's funny.
I got these right when I moved. I got these sent to me from the co-op. So that would be about 3 years ago now. Oof, it's already been 3 years.
I get stuck watching the fluid bed filter in the top left of this video. I think my attention span is shot. It's
Everyone
hard not to.
comments on the. I love those filters.
Yeah,
they're
really
so fun to watch. That's why I like the Zis ones that that were all the rave for like a day.
How many Latacar Araguay do you think be safely kept? 4? 6?
All the boosts I purchased from PetSmart is the only boost that makes it. It's only $9.99.
It's already been abused, so.
If it makes it through that supply chain,
exactly.
It's gonna be pretty
it's
hardy.
Thank God I'm out of this place. But yeah, you could get 6 in a 75. And sexing them is pretty easy. So males are gonna have a little more slender of a body and elongated dorsal fin, and then the females are a little deeper bodied and have shorter fins. I mean, it's pretty
Bob
obvious.
Baines, Advanced Refrigeration. What's up? Stream's so nice. I liked it twice. He said. I heard Boost was to be out of the water part of the year. They're really flood plants. Yeah, they are on the shorelines of like rivers. So I've always been skeptical of them being 100% aquatic. Which, I mean, technically there's like 1 or 2 plants that are 100% aquatic. So similar to sexing rams. Yep.
Mm-hmm. It's they do so nicely with each other. I feel like you would want to try and get like at least like maybe I would try and get 3 pairs if you could, but I mean more females than males obviously with the whole cichlid thing. But they're just great fish. I can't even imagine them being mean to each other, honestly. They do be like that.
Regina says, I've lost so much money on Boost, I've given up.
That's what I'm saying. And I've spent money on it and it dies every time. And it's like pink flamingo for me. I'm like, forget it. I'm done. There's other plants that I can get to live. So forget it. That's why so many of the plants that we see in aquariums that maybe don't thrive when you put them in like a terrarium, vivarium setup where there's a lot of moisture all the time, but they're not underwater. They do so well.
Westpot has 5 in stock. I'd get all 5.
Yeah. Perfect. 5. Perfect. I always just go with like even numbers, but 5 is perfect.
What fishes are breeding in your fish room lately? Have we had any spawns lately?
If I took the fry out of the Sahika cichlid, the T-bar cichlids tank, they'd spawn again, but I've left the fry in there as kind of an experiment because they have just been raising these fry. Like, they're big now, and they're like 1/4 of an inch, and they all just are fine. So if I took those out, it's spawn.
I will be... one of my next videos is I'm going to be setting up my 10-gallon racks to be breeding quarries. That's going to be one of my next videos. So I'm just going to swap out. So I've got 3 rows of 4 10-gallons. One of them I'm going to swap out for a 30-gallon that I'm going to make myself. And then I'll have like 8 10-gallon tanks strictly for breeding. And then a 30-gallon for breeding my black Venezuelans. That's the plan.
I have been kind of successful with Boost, but Pink Flamingo likes to toy with my emotions. Yeah, it does that. It's really...
Our Pink Flamingo now, looks really good. It just doesn't grow.
Yeah,
it
I was
hasn't
gonna say
grown.
it never gets bigger.
It hasn't grown in a centimeter since we got it, and I can't remember where did I
plant.
get it from. I can't remember. Some nice person sent it to me that I can't remember, and I should.
Pink Chalceus. No, but I think they're cool. They're very boisterous fish.
And large. So they're a community, well, not community, they're a schooling fish. So you need a lot of them, and they get a pretty good size. Which
you would need a big tank for them.
Gets most people, that doesn't check a lot of boxes.
Most Chalceus are going to get too big for the average tank. I can't get plants to live in my 125 except for my pothos that is now over 30 feet long. Well, making up for it. My friend had a red fin pickerel in a 100-gallon, and that thing loved fathead minnows from the bait shop. I bet it did.
Alex says I was going to get a group of Ozark long-ear sunfish from Zimmerman's Fish
I've heard
in
of them.
Ohio. Is Mitchell, are you still here? Mitchell Broom, yes. So Mitchell, I might send you a message if you don't mind for some tips about my 6-ray Corridoras, which used to be Aspidoras. I think you gave me some tips on a live stream once, and it's been so long I can't remember which one it was. So I might message you with some advice on those guys. I don't even want to try to pronounce the scientific name. So it's like 6-ray or 6-line.
Okay, I hope I'm not saying... Is it Shelly?
Where?
It's C-H-E-L-E, Shelly. Getting back from the hobby finally after my 55 went boom a year ago. Have a 14-gallon planted cube cycling, debating pea puffers or scarlet. Badass. That's funny. I would do pea puffers, but that's just because I love pea puffers.
They're both really cool.
They are, and I've had both of them. And I had them both in similar sized tanks, but I do pea puffers. That's just because I love them. I think they're really fun.
I know what to do.
A poll?
Why you gotta give it away?
Because what else would you be doing? It's a good poll though, because this is a hard choice, but I vote pea puffer. I was gonna say write that, and you did. Look at that. Unagi.
Kismet.
Yeah. Meant to be. Are the Apistogramma easy to breed? Have some, yeah. I think of Apistos, they are known as one of the easier ones to breed, and they're one of my favorites. I think they're so pretty. I've kept them multiple times. We have some right now.
Nisonai and the Pandoros, which are almost identical,
They look
are
the
both
same. But I prefer the Nisonai personally. That's just my.
Ginger, I don't remember the price I said on the T-bars in that member stream. You'll have to remind me, but I know the Drachenfelsai were 30 a pair, but...
What did we say, like $8 or $10? It's like...
No, I think I said 15,
oh.
But maybe I said 10. That's why I don't know.
I have no idea.
It wouldn't be 8. I wouldn't choose a random number. It would be like 10.
I wouldn't choose... Okay, well,
yeah.
8 is just a BS number. I'm sorry. How dare I say that?
Hit the bricks. You're out of here.
I guess so. Wow. That was easy.
$8.
I've never done pea puffers. Bred Scarlet Baddest last year. Loved them, but I think I need to finally try. I'm telling you, we're about to see what
Peas are winning.
We're about to see what everybody thinks about this.
It's close. Ooh,
and
it's close.
Oh, come on, peas. Give peas a chance, guys. Humbling failure works just as well as success. Of course, humbling failure.
Mark says, I love albino quarry cats. Do they do well in a 20 long? They get pretty big. Could you do it? Yes. I don't know that I would enjoy them in a 20 long, but it could be done.
See, Nancy is back in 832. She remembers. That was the exact figure put forth. Oh, there it goes again.
Can you guys hear the rain?
Here's the thing. Pea puffers, are more outgoing than Scarlet Baddest in my experience. They're going to seek you out more. Like when we walk by ours, they all whoop right to the front because they want to be fed. With my Baddest, they really didn't care about me, or they wanted to hide in the plants. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. 11 P's and a 20 high. That's cool. I love it.
What would your one plant wonder that any or all fish that will breed and help to prevent predation for growing of babies? It would be...
For me, it was Kambamba. Sorry.
It would be either guppy grass or star grass.
That's good, too.
I miss guppy grass. I haven't had guppy grass in years, and I'm sad I don't have it.
T-bars 15 a pair, Drax 30 a pair. There you go. Thank you, Ginger. Do you guys have Tiger Darios? I remember you mentioning. We do not currently have them.
I had them, I want to say, like in 2016 or 17, but yeah, we don't have any Batis. We have some of the Aquarium Co-op nano tanks that we need to set up. We just don't have any place to put them. But once we do, we'll be doing Batis in those.
They're perfect Batis tanks. They're like made for it, or shrimp, or something, something to that extent.
Johnny makes a good point. Says, hit the like button.
That's a great point. Hi, Arlo.
I never say hit the like button anymore,
Boo,
but
boo, boo, boo.
pretty important.
Yeah. Yeah, Aquavid is mediocre. And it's gone. Oh, what am I sitting on my phone? Fun. Hi, buddy.
Kambaba doesn't grow good for me. Maybe
Oh, really?
hornwort. Hornwort is ridiculously annoying. It like just grows
I don't
so
like
fast.
it. Kambamba for me did so ridiculously well that I was throwing it out in like by the bucketfuls weekly, and it would get so thick that I had fry that I didn't even know about surviving there. So that's why I say that, is just because it worked really well for me.
Everything I'm out of guppy grass, it pops back up. I love it for my breeding tanks. Like, love it. If you remember a long time ago, I had a breeding fish for profit series, and the whole 55-gallon is just caked in guppy grass. It works so good. And Curtis, thank you for the $2 or the $1 super chat. And Johnny, thanks again for the $2 super chat. We appreciate it.
Dropped one sprig of guppy grass into a tank. It's like duckweed. Could I keep 2 pair of T-bars in a 200+ gallon? Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
You could keep 4 pairs.
You could keep a lot more.
You could. You'd be surprised. Like, they will go after the males will go after each other, but if they have space like that, oh my God, they'd be totally fine. The females are going to get 3.5 inches. Males are going to get about 4.5, 5, maybe. That's a big if they get 5. I doubt they'd get that big. They're great fish. They really, I can't stress enough. I've kept them for years, and they're so hardy and so pretty, and they have great personalities. More people should keep them. Everybody has, like, it's just like one of those, why are convict cichlids a stapled, can I talk?
Staple?
Why are convict cichlids a staple, but yet the Sahika cichlid is nowhere? The nicer, prettier cousin to the convict.
They're about to be everywhere because we have 3 batches about to hit some places.
They're literally everywhere in our fish room at varying sizes. That's the thing, is they breed like a Central American cichlid, like they are. They breed like centrals because they are centrals. Hornwort is great until it goes bad, and when it does go bad, it drops all the needle. Yeah, 14 seconds flat.
Our pond is just.
Whoo!
There is so much. I don't even know how the turtles are swimming around.
No, it pisses me off.
But
though,
it looks
they hide
so
in it.
good. Like it is
really
so
nice.
green. It is ridiculous.
It's very pretty, but it really likes where it is right now. Looks like the peas won. Woo! That's right, they did. Saw Aquahuna had them, but only in groups of 6. You absolutely need more. I would say, you said it was a 14-gallon. I would do 6 to 10 in a 14-gallon, and you will be fine.
What, peas?
Peas.
Yeah.
The more the merrier. They're one of those where with how the information got out that they're aggressive, I'll never understand, because I've had them in groups for so long, and we have them in a group now. Never has there been a problem. They live in huge groups of thousands in the wild. So the more the merrier. For 14 gallons, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't get more than 10, but you could definitely, 6 would be perfect.
Dan had pea puffers last time I saw.
I think she said that.
I thought he said
Aquahuna had them in groups of 6. Dan usually has pea puffers.
I don't see any puffers on his site right now.
No spotted Congos either? Weird. Oh, that's, yeah.
What about the wet spot?
You'll love them. They're so funny in groups. They're just hilarious. Much more bold and outgoing. Very fun. You'll really like them.
Oh, they're sold out. They had them last week as well.
I feel like this happens with pea puffers where they go through these like little periods of time where they're just sold out everywhere because they're that cool.
The Nothos pair, female and cave, male stationed in front. That
Nice.
was how the Regani acted before spawning here. Ooh,
Oh, that's
that
exciting.
would be exciting.
I'm got my fingers crossed for you. I have been neglecting my 125 with them in there, and if I don't clean it soon, I'll never know what goes on in there. It's so
Wait,
dirty.
why is Regina excited for you?
Is she?
Oh, no. I thought that was
She's
short
gonna
for
get
Chelsea.
the peas. No,
That's,
no, I'm Chelsea.
yeah.
There's an S for me. Oh, you could 20 long is perfect. That's what
That's what
ours
we
are
did.
in.
Yep.
And they look so happy in there. They're just perfect.
The tank looks terrible, but
Which
all
is
that
so sad 'cause
boost
it was
just
such a-
melted away and it ruined the whole
really,
tank.
when I looked at it, I was shocked that it was that bad that quick.
So I put some stargrass in there to absorb, hopefully, some of the nutrients because the algae's getting out of control.
Totally, you could get 20 peas into 20 long for sure.
Oh, yeah. I'll buy 20 more of them once the tank is kind of established.
Watching them gang up on snails that are big is really fun when they're in packs. Like, they'll just all go after one. They're like the velociraptor. I'm glad you asked, too. That was a good question. That's a good choice. It's a hard choice, but that was a good options.
My Elodia flowered last week. I don't think mine has ever flowered.
My Kumbamba used to flower, and it had beautiful purple flowers. You have one Congo? Hey, that's good. One is certainly better than none. And they are fine by themselves, but I still like them in groups. Oh, I'm out of mambas.
So Swasser Tang, if you can grow it, it's crazy. I grow probably a pound or two a month.
I like the Swasser Tang.
Oh,
I know, he didn't like it.
I'm
I
not a
like
fan.
it. If in the right application. I don't want it just willy-nilly everywhere, and that can happen. Why don't your plants do well? Is it your water, or do you have fish that mess with them?
What do y'all think about glow angel? I'm not into any glowfish.
Or angelfish.
Yeah, or I'm not a big fan of angelfish. I do like my Leopoldi I had for a couple years before I got rid of them.
I liked my Rheonines also.
But generally, like I like fish that aren't as common, and so angelfish, like everyone and their
Plus-
grandma has angelfish.
You almost always get a pair that tries to spawn if you have more than one, and they become, most of them in my experience, become very jerky when they're spawning. And that's not fun to deal with. I don't want community spawns with fish being jerky. It does demand to be willy-nilly everywhere. That is an accurate assessment of that, and that can happen very quickly. Oh, my back. Spread it on, Arlo. Puffers don't damage Subswasser Tang is mostly why, and they grow it like crazy.
Okay.
Water very soft, slightly acidic, good for a lot of fish, plants. I'm trying lots of additives. I would try and stay away from additives. What type of additives? Because sometimes when you get too many things going on in the water, it can cause bigger problems for you than leaving it
Also,
alone.
plants, you shouldn't look at them any differently than fish. So there's plants that like certain water parameters just like fish. And so if you know your water parameters, then just try to find plants that do well in those parameters.
Yeah. It's unfortunate because I know that sometimes limits you from what you'd like to keep, but it's nice when things do well. That's why I really gravitated towards Kumbamba, because it did so well for me. And Anubias. That was really like what thrived in my tanks. Oh, no.
Just say no to glow.
Yeah.
Well, at least they're not dyeing them anymore, so that's
I
nice.
still just feel like I don't know.
You gotta let your soul glow. Soul glow.
Oh, Alec, I hope that doesn't turn out to be the case for you. Because I know that's not fun. I know people who have that, so I'm hoping you feel better.
Audra says, my peas don't seem to have a preference over height or length. They just want more hiding places.
Yeah.
They do jam pretty fast with
More
moat.
length. More length.
Moat?
With moat length. Yeah.
I
Java fern pisses me off. I don't really like Java fern because I just don't like the way it reproduces. I don't like it. I'm not a fan.
It is ugly when it starts sprouting.
Yeah, I don't like it. Looks messy and dirty, and it just drives me crazy. So I gave up on that. The one tank I tried to put it in, when I ended up not liking it, my Severums ate it. So
Steven coming with a pro tip says, in order to know your water parameters, you do have to test them. That's true.
no way. Anubias is a great plant. Always makes me feel good about my botanical abilities. Yeah, Anubias, depending on what type it is. I mean, I've had some types that do better than other, but like Barteri always was fine.
I love a good old-fashioned Coffifolia.
Coffifolia is nice, yeah. The more petite, like the Nana.
It's really a shame how expensive Anubias has gotten.
For God's sake, man, when I started seeing that go up, I was like, what is the world coming to? Why is it should be $7?
I used to be able to buy them for a little over $1.
Okay, well, enough of that. If you're
Not anymore.
If you're buying it like normal people.
Although I am a sucker for needle or narrow leaf Java fern. I still have some narrow leaf Java fern kicking around somewhere in the fish room.
Few have the new glow pink angelfish. Oh boy. Hi. Yeah, I don't like a whole lot of color in my fish. I know that's it, but I really just like little hits of color, or I like iridescence, but that's why I'm not really into saltwater. It's way too bright. And the lighting, everything, it's just too many colors, it's too much. I like natural looking. That's why I love a brown fish with a good personality.
A brown trout?
Yeah, that's what I love. You know it. Here they go again. Narrow leaf seems to grow better, at least in my water. It definitely looks better. I do prefer it myself.
There's nothing like a nice, long, just rhizome of narrow leaf.
Yeah.
I have a ton of needle leaf, my favorite. Yeah, it's so cool.
It is very nice.
And it doesn't tend to, like, get the little sprigs on the leaf like the regular Java
That's why
fern.
I like it better, is because it doesn't do...
I hate Windelov. I think Windelov is one of the ugliest plants ever. Of any aquatic, terrestrial. It's such an ugly plant. I hate it.
Really feel. Only way said they bought more fish at the wet spot using your code.
Who?
Only way.
Yo, I bought more fish at the wet spot using your code, Steenfott 10. Thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. Hard to find pygmy quarry cats. Colombia stopped exporting for a couple months, but they're back at it. So hopefully we start seeing some of that stuff in the hobby again. What the heck was that?
My phone.
Oh.
Whoops. Oof, my mother had it way back, and her hands want to cry. Yeah, they do have new treatments, so hopefully you don't even have to deal with that. But I know they do have a lot more now than they did prior.
I do like Trident too.
Oh yeah, I don't like it as much as I like narrow leaf.
No, narrow is definitely the best.
Yeah. Hard to find pygmy quarry cats. I want a group from a 15-gallon.
That's what I was referring to.
No, oops.
Right now I'm growing green water, duckweed, and frogbit. That's basically me, just green water.
Yeah.
I have a random, what is it? Vine growing.
What? Where?
In the tub.
Oh yeah, it's doing quite well.
Yeah, it's so I stole some vine off of someone's property. I don't know what kind it is, but then I forgot it in the back of my truck when it was like 90 degrees out, so it just got cooked. But I threw it in the tub anyways. I was like, maybe it'll come back, and it did. There's like 4 or 5 new leaves sprouting out, and so I have that in there. I also have creeping Jenny growing across the surface, which is pretty cool. And then I put in some stargrass, which I can barely see a couple of little leaves of. And then what else? Dwarf chainsword, which seems to be still alive a little bit.
Still alive a little bit.
Ladder loaches or queen loaches? I'm unfamiliar what ladder loaches are.
Yeah,
Queen loaches get pretty big.
I don't know what a ladder loach is at all.
Me either. You got the scientific name, maybe?
Hmm.
What's the difference between narrow leaf and needle leaf? I don't know. I think it's just whoever calls it which.
One of those things.
I think it's one of those deals. If there is an actual difference, I bet Steven would know, but I think it's the same.
What kind of vine can't handle a measly 90 degrees?
Well, it got 90 degrees outside and it was inside my truck, so it was probably like 120 or 130. My favorite new tub plant surprise this year is Mexican petunia. So many flowers.
I don't even know if I know what that is.
I have no idea.
Sounds interesting, though. Petunias are cool.
I will say, if you guys want plant info, definitely go subscribe to Stephen P. Because
clearly,
I think it's one of the best plant channels out there.
Lots of good information. Oh, God.
Ladder loaches.
Yeah, that filter definitely is distracting.
Morph Market.
What? What's on Morph Market? Were you looking at stuff on Morph Market?
Apparently.
That's promising.
Oh, the Bottia rostrata, and what was the other one?
Queen Loach.
I think the queens are going to get too big because you're going to need a group of them. I mean, they're a schooling and a shoaling fish. So I would go with the rostrata.
How do you say? You don't necessarily want to stress the plant. I mean, yes, that makes it reproduce quicker.
Usually you can just float them.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you just like leave it alone and don't do much to it and throw it in there, it should start. Like my leaves that would come out because my stupid cichlids would pull them out, they would do that all the time. Hi.
Just found out about cuckoo catfish. Is that the upside down? The Synodontis, whatever?
Maybe.
I know you've kept them. Not sure how to spell the scientific name. Have you guys kept any? I think you have.
Me? No.
Yes, you talk about them all the time. The upside down. Yeah, you've talked about it.
I don't think so.
Mitchell says the easiest way to stress Java fern I have found is to put it in my water. Instant brown leaves and tiny plantlets.
Hey, I see you. I see you, buddy. Go on.
I've never had needle leaf Java fern, but from pics I've seen of it, it's true to its name, more narrow than narrow leaf. See, the thing I always see it on like some plant websites, but like I never really know. I don't really trust a lot of pictures from a lot of these websites, to be honest, because a lot of them are just stealing other people's pictures, and you never really know. I don't know.
It's a little shady.
So I always question it. Like, is it needle leaf? Is it narrow leaf?
God. What's your favorite fish keeping item from Temu? We don't Temu.
Yeah, I would highly recommend ever not buying anything from Temu. They have had so many data breaches. It's ridiculous.
I don't want them to have my banking information.
Yeah. They sent me probably like 100 emails trying to advertise on my website, and like there's no way I could do it. They were offering pretty good money, and I was just like, nah, I can't. I just can't do it.
They're just trying to suck up anything they can. That's why.
I will say, like, the advertisements pop up in various social media, and some of the stuff looks interesting, like some of the box filters.
Yeah.
They look like they'd be fun to play with, but just not worth it. As far as the other fun catfish are concerned, I think my favorite are Pictus catfish. My polka dots are so active and adorable. But ferocious eaters, yeah, I would only do those in like a species only tank. Thoughts on a Eheim Classic canister filter? I've never used them. I'm not a fan of canister filters.
I know a lot of people like those, but
I've had 2 canister filters in my life, an FX6 and an Odyssey off of eBay. I like the eBay one better. But it's just, I'd rather have a hang-on back filter.
I had 3 FX4s. They all worked fine. But yeah, I don't think canister filters are really necessary. I mean, they think they help in certain situations, and they helped in my situation, but I don't think they're really necessary.
Refuse to have anything to do with Temu. Yeah, it's very skeptical.
There's still ways to get stuff for cheap, so. If I yawn one more time.
They've been caught selling credit, and they're not even data breaches. Like, they've been busted selling credit card information.
They're actively doing things wrong on purpose.
I don't know what kind of plant it is, but it's infused the roots to it's probably Anubias. Infused its roots to a small piece of driftwood, and it's doing great in my tank. I want more of them. Yeah, look up Anubias. It's probably Anubias.
That's the best part about Anubias is the way it holds on. The opposite, I absolutely love canister filters because they're so customizable. And on the 75, it's running a CO2 reactor, so I don't have the annoying soda water.
If I'm running a canister filter and I want something that's customizable, I'm going to throw the canister filter in the dumpster and get a sump.
Yeah.
Like, nothing is easier than a sump.
The reason why a sump is so superior to a canister, I also agree with that, is because it's so much more accessible. I will be honest with you, I think I changed my canisters once or twice a year because I hated taking them apart. And every time I took them apart, I had to watch a video on how to do it because I didn't even remember. And I get so pissed off, and I'm like, forget it. I don't even want to deal with this.
Takes 2 seconds to clean a sump.
Sumps are, it's like having a tank. It's just quick, easy. No
and I love that I can put like shrimp colonies in my sump.
Yeah, you can have fish live in your sump.
I used to like split Anubias and do like Anubias frags in my sumps.
It makes so much more sense, and it is more customizable. I always got pissed off that the FX4 baskets were so small, and I couldn't fit the type of media that I wanted to fit in there.
I've even purchased fish at auctions that I wasn't prepared for, that I should not have purchased, but I made impulse purchases, and I had to put them in a sump until I can get a tank set up.
Do you have to drill your tank to use a sump? No.
No, it's better, but you don't have to. There are boxes that have like an overflow that works off suction that can be kind of a pain in the butt. Like if your power goes out, sometimes you lose and you have to like restart it. But no, you don't have to. But drilling a tank is not hard. Do not be scared.
What'd you get, buddy? You okay?
You can buy like the little boxes. Like that's what I had a 75 gallon. I drilled 2 holes and I did the little overflow box, and it was so easy. It was very easy to do. And the other reason I really love sumps is you never have to deal with duckweed. It all goes down into the sump, and it's never in your tank. It's perfect.
God, it's the worst. Planning on building a Cory breeding rack with a sump system makes water changes easy, but quarantine is a must. I mean, yeah, that should be the attitude all the
don't
time.
have any problems with hobbyists running their whole filtration on one setup. When you get people in Petco's and PetSmart that don't know anything, that's the problem. Like if you're a hobbyist breeder, then you clearly know what you're doing. But for someone who's just collecting a paycheck that has no idea of what even like cycling a tank is, that's the problem. And the other, obviously, like the companies don't care. Like Petco, and they're not even allowed to waste money on medication or do anything like that.
One of my local fish stores ran the whole system, all the freshwater system on one. It was like one system, and it was not doing anybody any favors.
If sumps didn't scare me to death, I don't know why they shouldn't scare you. The thing that would be scary is if you have like a 20-gallon sump on a 125-gallon tank. Obviously, if the power goes out, it's gonna overflow. But as you have the appropriate size, like I had a 55, I think it was like 50 or 55-gallon sump on a 75-gallon, and it doesn't even come close to like overflowing. I seen a muskrat eating duckweed. He was just swimming and munching on it.
There you go, people. If you have duckweed, get a muskrat.
There it is.
Who knew?
But all right, folks, I'm going to call it. It's been a little over an hour, and it is time to eat.
I'm starving.
It is dinner time. It's been a long day here. We had unexpected power outages that kind of caused some trouble, and
I didn't get my food.
We missed lunch, and we're both jonesing for some food. So we're going to call it a little shorter than normal. I hope you enjoyed it. Click all those links, use all our codes. It really helps us out, and you get something for it at no additional cost. So, and you even save something. So there you go. If you're going to buy fish anyways, just use the code.
Win, win, win.
Win, win, win. Other than that, thanks everyone for coming out. And if we don't do another random pop-up stream this week, we'll see you next Tuesday. Just kidding. We'll see you on Monday. Curtis, that one was for you, buddy.
Funny every time. Braxton looks so depressed. He looks like an emo CD cover from like the early 2000s.